morning. Today, I want to talk about what's going on with, and in my experience with Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm on my way to work, Houston, Texas. And I'm not going to look at the camera a whole lot, but I just want to tell y'all my experience with Dr. Umar Johnson. It wasn't an up-close and personal experience. And I want to just bring some things into question for those who are supporting his FDMG school, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. In talking about Dr. Umar Johnson or Jermaine Shoemaker or whatever, all the names or whatever, Effin Tunde, all that. A couple of years back, I listened to Dr. Umar Johnson before all the stuff that happened, maybe right after the little stripper controversy. And I was like, this brother's on fire. He's talking about some stuff. And without really thinking, I was like, this guy's really intelligent. Saw him, like most of you guys, I saw him on the series for Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors. And so I was like, man, this brother's intelligent. He's on there with Dr. Francis Cress-Welsing and so many other intelligent black scholars. And so I went on Twitter like most of us do to find out how do I get in touch with this brother to help him with this school. Now, I didn't donate per se because I'm not just quick to jump out there and donate. But as a videographer, a person that does film and videography, and as a computer science technologist, I offered my services to him as a staff member or a potential staff member. So I wrote to him because he comes through Houston a lot. He's got a big base here in Houston, and he comes through the Shrine of the Black Madonna. So I wrote him. I said, brother, I'm from Houston. I noticed that you really don't have somebody doing your film professionally. I think that you can get more financially from people if your product was a little tighter. And I would like to be able to help you at no charge. Not that I mean, that you can't pay me, but I believe in what you're doing. And as if you needed somebody as a technologist to teach, I'm working on my master's degree right now. If you need somebody to teach at your school in the future, I'm willing to do so. I started asking him, does he have a staff and does he have a plan? What is his projected year? And I can help you with all the things that you really need, because it seems like you don't have a staff put together. And but I kept going in asking questions about, not how he's spending money or anything like that early on. This was like close to 10 years ago, probably 8 years ago. I'm just trying to help you, brother, fulfill the dream, because this is for our children. Before all the egotistical, narcissist videos, all this stuff. Long story short, I looked up and I was blocked. Dr. Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shoemaker, whatever, blocked me. He blocked me. And so later on, I started seeing all these videos up to now about him being narcissist, about him being egotistical, about him maybe having mental issues. And I started to watch all these videos that everybody making, even after him and Tariq Nasheed got into it and other people, Tommy Sotomayor, all these other YouTube people. And I started to say, you know what? This brother's mind is not well. He's smart as a whip. I'm not going to take nothing away from his intelligence. The brother's smart. And what he's talking about, he has researched and he's telling the truth about black boys. I have black sons. I know how they do young black boys in the schools. Now, how much of that is him wanting to make a change or just pimp and get funding off of black women and black mothers and single mothers? I don't know. But from now, at this point, it's starting to look like most people say, it's starting to look like a gospel preacher or a old school Southern preacher who knows that these black women have this issue and he knows it, and he's in a field of study that he knows what he's talking about, and everything he's saying is valid, but he's using it to his detriment, and it's hurting our community more because everything he's saying is true. But it's like he got a new hook to get money off of it. Everything he's saying is true and very valid about the school systems and black children. And it's not just black boys, it's black children. And so that's what immediately got me. It's like, well, why would you create a school for black boys and not black girls? So he started becoming eccentric and started saying that sisters couldn't work for his school if they had a permanent hair, if they had weave. I was like, okay, I can kind of feel that. You're a Pan-Africanist. But I think that in order to get people educated to where they need to go, instead of telling people what they can't do, you should receive people, because there's a lot of sisters out there who have perms, and there's a lot of brothers out there who trying to find their way back to Pan-Africanism and being proud of their roots and heritage. You're going to turn away 90% of the professionals that can help get your school, raise funds, and get you somewhere because you don't want to accept their appearance and you don't want to bring them in. Unlike, mind you, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, people who clean people up in Farrakhan in Chicago, most people know that in order for you to get black people on a path, Afrocentric people, and don't forget to go to myafrocentricworld.com, my website, I'm going to plug that. I'm the creator of myafrocentricworld.com. That's a website, all social media, all black social media website, empowered by us for us. But if you're going to change the people that have been misled for years and under a system that has not cared about them, the way you do it is bring them in. There's so many qualified people that can help him, that can help him get his school together. There's so many qualified people, but here's the problem with Dr. Umar Johnson. He don't want nobody to tell him jack nothing-ish. That's his problem. He is very narcissistic. I couldn't even get 3 messages to this brother without him shutting me down. I wasn't trying to come off and tell him how to run anything. So, for me, it tells me that he's starting to look like the average con artist who will go to any means to continue to get the funding and money that he has to get to keep people donating. So Dr. Umar Johnson, in my opinion, is nothing less than an average old school Baptist preacher who keeps throwing you the building fund, passing the plate after he's passed the plate for the collection for the tithing, which is nothing wrong with tithing. Don't get me wrong. But basically, he's taking a script from the book of old Baptist preachers, and old Baptist preachers, they pretty much get the majority of women to support them. A lot of men be on us, man, for to get this brother all my money in the name of God. I'm gonna get my little tithing. I'm gonna step back, let God work. I'm gonna go there, go to church, ask God to watch over me, bless me, and repent. But the old Baptist preacher, kind of like Dr. Umar Johnson, keeps asking for money. Dr. Umar Johnson, this is my message to you if you watch this. You could have continued to get money from the black community had you been smart enough to get a staff. There's a lot of people that will work for you almost at no charge just for your school. There's a lot of unemployed people with degrees, PhDs, masters and bachelors, associates that are qualified in their field that would help you build this. But you're not smart enough to run a business. You're not smart enough to put a school together. You're smart enough to know about the problem that's plaguing America with black children. But brother, you're not smart enough to put it together. And that's not saying you're not smart enough to do it, but that's not your expertise. Your expertise, where you're dragging those people inside that building, knowing that building, as I seen another sister posting about the building in Wilmington, Delaware, where you are, that building is a hazardous building. This is where you have people who are intelligent people, but they don't use their common sense and their intelligence because they're led by emotion. Dr. Umar Johnson, Jermaine, Shoemaker, whatever. And I'm appealing to your father, too, to get you some help. You could have had as much money in this black America as you wanted. The reason why I know black athletes have donated to you because you do not have a business plan. You do not have a plan, brother. Your plan is to continue to get money. That's the only plan that you do have. The plan is to continue to get donations and repeat yourself twice like the old Baptist preachers. You think repeating yourself twice, and that comes from old speaking and preaching and the way we preach in the old black community in the Baptist church. You think that emphasizing something 2 and 3 times in a row for those who are lesser, or not as smart or equipped, you've mastered what you do. But the master of getting money is something you need to do. You need to go back to school for economics. And I'm sure that all them 10 degrees that you got, that you took some classes on economics and economic strategies. I don't know if you were asleep in the class or you got somebody to take the class for you. But brother, if you want to get people's money, you got to show them a strategic plan. Even the poorest people coming out of our poorest neighborhoods know that you have to have a plan when you're talking about getting money. You say don't question people because you don't question the white man. That's a lie. Black people are now and have been questioning the white man since they've been in this America. We have questioned them. We've just not been empowered to be able to hold their feet to the fire when we question them. So don't say that black people are not intelligent enough to question the white man or question McDonald's when they go in and ask for, if I see my burger ain't right, if I see some spit on it, if I see something wrong with it, I will question it and get my money back. So stop with the nonsense of saying we are not intelligent enough to, and dogging people that are supporting you. For all of you that supported Dr. Umar School, learn from it. Learn this one thing. If somebody doesn't have enough respect for you to submit to you a business plan or submit to you something online with all the technology we got, don't give them your money. Write them and email them and tell them, I gave you $100. But if you want to get 100 more of my dollars, give me the plan. Show me the plan. You asking for my money. I work my ass off for my money. Put up a plan. And I'll give you 100 more. And that go for me. You put up a plan on your website, I give you $100 a month to fund that school. And my sons will probably be grown by the time you get it open. But I give you the money because I believe in my people. But I can't believe in no foolishness or nonsense or games and scams because I came from the streets. I came from corporate. I came from it all. And I've been through it and I'm going to still continue to go through it because when I see people misleading people and taking folks' money, I'm going to speak on it. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a big blogger. If I offer my services to you, brother, and you were smart enough to let these people that are offering their services help you, those who are in corporate America, who work a job, that are willing to help you, and for you to say you don't watch videos, of people that are mocking you like Munchie Woodgrain or whatever, and people is funny as hell, you watch them. You starting to look crazy. One minute you're a doctor, PhD, and the next minute you carrying yourself, calling yourself Big Papa. The next minute you carrying yourself, you speaking hood. The next minute, like, man, you gotta decide which brother you gonna be. That's why people starting to see through you. Either you're gonna be an intellectual that's gonna bring your people to the intellect, or you're gonna be hood and say I got a bunch of PhDs, and people gonna start questioning the validity of what you say you are and who you are. One day I see you doing one thing, the next day I see you doing, either you a Philly a hood brother, or either you're a scholar who came from Philly and is evolved and changing things and making the difference and change. My advice to everybody that's following you is, if they want a school that bad, stop investing in you, brother. There's a lot of people that are putting schools together. Y'all need to take y'all money, redirect it. If y'all really want something from ghetto to ghetto, from hood to hood, to take care of our kids, y'all need to go find the people that are actually doing it, actually have a plan, actually have a business plan, actually have whatever they need to have, and y'all need to go put that money and redirect that money and stop giving these suckers y'all money so that y'all can get what y'all came to get for our children. Who are you, brother? Who are you to say, what are you doing? Well, what I'm doing is, I've been doing for my community. Everybody that's doing for the community doesn't have to go out here and make a big spoof about it. I do it for my community by helping young black boys, volunteering for them, talking to them. I do it by helping young black girls and telling them how to get in computer science. I go to speak to young children, black children, all the time, because there's not enough of us in computer science. That's what I do for the community. In a field where they don't want us in it, where Asians are overtaking the field and they don't want blacks in it because they don't think we're intelligent enough to be computer scientists, technologists. That's what I do for my community. I reach out to every young black boy and girl and tell them you can make 100K on up, learn the code. I empower my community by doing that. And I try to help empower by getting with Dr. Umar Johnson, by becoming a technologist and trying to work with him and putting together a curriculum for the so-called FDMNG. And not to mention this, y'all, that Frederick Douglass, ancestor, one of the ancestors of Frederick Douglass, reached out to me when I was talking to the brother, and I told everybody what he did. They reached out to me from the organization, from his organization, family organization, and told me. Now, Marcus Garvey people probably could care less. They like, keep the name alive. Frederick Douglass people came to me. His great-great-nephew came to me and told me this brother got no connection. Notice I haven't used the N-word, none of my stuff. They told me this brother don't have no connection to them at all. And they told him a cease and desist. He inboxed me. All this. Problem is, when you start finding him out, when you start finding Dr. Umar, descendant Frederick Douglass, when you start finding him out, he shuts you down. Anybody that starts finding him out, he shuts them down. And if you start getting on to him and asking him something, so all of those who following him, he following you because he can overpower you. Real people, he can't overpower with that nonsense. Real ones do know who he can overpower. He know who see right through him. He know. And for you black people who calling people coons because they see through your BS, that makes you the coon. A coon is someone who go to the white folks and go to other races and sell out their race. A coon goes against the effort. This is a true coon. A coon goes against the effort of building a black nation. A coon thinks the white man water is cooler than the black man's cooler than his own people. That's what a coon does. An intelligent black man or black sister asks questions. How we gonna do this? Because asking questions is a part of the strategic process to success. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm Troy T. Like and subscribe. H-Town, Houston, Texas. God, I love y'all. If you don't love me, keep it up. Dr. Umar Johnson, get some help, man. Take your medication, whatever you got to do. Jermaine, Shoemaker, whatever your name is this week. Stop taking people money if you ain't got no plan, brother. Get a plan. Put the plan online. Use Prezi, whatever software you have to use. Probably don't know how to do that because you against technology. You still working with videos and don't have no editing on them. At least my brother Tariq Nasheed and some of these other brothers, Tommy Sotomayor, they get people to invest. They use the money and make their videos look nice. You can't even sell a good presentation to the people you trying to get money from. That's where your money is fizzling up because you don't even know. Presentation goes a long way. How the hell you gonna put a school up and have my kids in the school with all this dry presentation? No subject, no titles, no nothing on the videos, no editing. No, you not even smart enough, brother, to get a film going and sell a film, a movie like Tariq. You're not even good. You're not even smart. Dude, you could have took a page from Tariq Nasheed and started doing your own documentary and getting all the money you need to fund your school. That's why Tariq is living down the street from Chris Brown, and that's why you living it like you live with the trash and all that, because you are not versed in doing those things that you think you're versed in doing. You versed at what you versed at, and you know what you know, but brother, you don't know how to put together no school. You need to cut it out. Stop trying to fool the people.
I'm sure a lot of celebrities and people with power, black people, would donate if they knew you knew what you was doing, brother. They could see people that's in business. They could see. They know who know what they doing, brother. They know who's moving and shaking. They hang around people that doing stuff and don't talk about it. They hang around people. They're in meetings with people that take care of business and don't talk about it. So they know if you the real deal or not, because they around real deal and real money every day. Peace, y'all.